Welcome to The Queen's Lair, a lifestyle podcast. Get inspired by our latest tips and information about small business, entrepreneurship, natural hair, travel, food, and even relationships. Stay tuned for another great episode. I am your host, Renee Patrice. Welcome back, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning into my podcast once again. Listen. Oh, Lord, there is so much happening. Some of it is shocking. Some of it is not. There's just so much happening in our world. I don't even think we're even surprised at half of the things that are going on. I had to shut the news off. I think it was yesterday. Either yesterday or the day before. I was just inundated all over my timeline of just constant sad news and people breaking up and folks passing away. It was just too much. But the overarching, I don't even know if I'm using that phrase right. It was the thing of the day, and this was on, it was like a couple days ago. Everything on the timeline was about divorce. And that just took me to a place that I was like, wow. And how much you could be with someone for so many years and think that this is the person. This is your person. And then realize that they may not be the person that you thought they were. You may not be the person that you thought you were. You were probably not a great match from the beginning. There's all different types of feelings towards this. And I was completely overwhelmed. It was Tom Brady and Gisele Bündchen divorce. It is Antonio Brown and his wife. Miguel, the singer, and his wife. There was just so many different ones. Oh my goodness, Tia Mowry and her husband, Corey Hardick. Like, these people have been married for 14 years, I think together for over 20 years. You know what I mean? Like, you just think that something is such a staple, and then when it's not, it's like, wow. You know, and I know people say, well, Hollywood marriages and this, that, and the other. But you got to understand, Hollywood is made up of real people. And I'm not talking about the people that get married for 2 years and then they're getting divorced and then they remarry and then I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about people that have had longevity. They are invested. Children, family, homes, businesses, all of that. And to see all of that come apart. But I did see this, I don't even know if it was a quote or whatever it is. Even though divorce is necessary in some cases, it doesn't make it any less painful, even though you know you shouldn't be with that person, even though you know, and this is not even just relationships. This is even divorce from your job. You know that job hasn't been treating you right. You know that you just took that position because it was paying another, $10,000, $15,000 a year, but you really don't want the responsibility. There's many things that we need to divorce in our life. You got to get up and work out. You got to get that little extra 30 pounds off, but you just don't have the motivation. There's many things in our lives that we know we need to do, but we don't do because of the fear on the other side. So I know that people are judging all of these situations and like, oh, well, people get divorced every day. Listen, that is not a badge of honor. Let me just say that right now. I'm going to put my personal opinion on it. It is not a badge of honor to walk around and say, oh, I'm divorced, or whatever. There's nothing cool about that at all. And I don't care who disagrees with me or whatever the case may be. Maybe you don't want to listen to the podcast anymore because you don't think whatever. Listen, It is not a badge of honor. It's nothing cool about it. That's nothing to be celebrated. It's the division of two families, especially if both of your families have been intertwined for a very long time. If there are children involved, the fallout with children is sometimes, you can't even repair it. It is very, very tough. It's tough to be in. It's tough to watch. It is tough for everybody in the family. You don't know who you need to be friends with anymore. Should I still be friends, with this person because they no longer are married to my family member, vice versa? Anywhere you sit in a family when there is a sever of a marriage is a very tough place to be. I don't care if you're a sibling. I don't care if you're the mother-in-law, the father-in-law, the mom, the dad, children, whatever. It is very, very tough. And anybody from any facet within it can tell you. It is extremely hard. So I don't take any of this stuff lightly at all. But it's nothing, I see people doing like divorce parties and all that. Listen, this is nothing to celebrate. Because at one point in time, you thought that this was your person. At one point in time, that beautiful couple, I could just tell you, from doing weddings for many years and sending folks down the aisle and, fluffing out their dress, that was like my joy, to fluff out that bride's dress and send her down the aisle. And I'm telling you, if you hear down the road that it didn't work out or whatever the case may be, there is nothing to celebrate about that at all. Regardless of the situation of what's going on, I understand people have been in abusive situations. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the irreconcilable differences and maybe infidelity or whatever the case may be. I'm not talking about physical abuse and all of that. You need to get away and get out of those situations. I get that. But there's nothing to celebrate with that. And then to be in the public eye, having had many clients, who are public figures, it is devastating. Because your name is going to be in the news for the next few weeks. Every time somebody sees you, they're going to ask you, what happened? What happened? It's just so much going on. And then you still have to maintain, especially if you're on a show that is currently filming or, you have something current going on that is also in the public eye. So don't just write off people's situations and be like, this stuff happens all the time. And there's no beauty in the tearing apart of two souls. It's like a death. There's no beauty in that. We are made to partner up. We are made to, the saying that says no man is an island. And it's very true. We are made to partner up. We are made to, even in friendships. No person is made to isolate and be by themselves. That's why so many people struggled during the height of the pandemic, because we're not used to being just by ourselves. Even introverts loved it for a long time, and then after a while it was like, I kind of want to be outside a little bit. It takes a toll on you mentally. It takes a toll on your circle around you. It's a lot. So please, be sensitive to people that are going through rough times. Be sensitive to people who are dealing with very public situations. Well, they're real personal situations, but they're dealing with it within the public. You guys know what I mean. It's nothing simple. And we should give a little bit more grace to situations like that. If people are able to repair their relationships, and I'm telling you again, it's not just significant others. This could be relationships with your parents. This could be relationships with siblings, friendships, whatever. If it's repairable, try to repair it. Therapy works amazingly. And you can go to therapy even with friends. You can go to therapy even if you have a rocky relationship with your parents, your siblings. Therapy is not only for couples. There's family therapy. Because it is so tough to live every day and smile as if everything is perfectly fine. And then you hear in the background or something comes to the foreground like, wow, it wasn't as happy as they thought it was. I thought they were doing well. Oh my gosh. How did they get to this point? That's a lot. So be kind when you form opinions. I see a lot of people forming opinions in comments and have this to say and that to say. You have no idea what's going on in these people's relationship. Only those two people and God know. So be kind. And if they don't ask your opinion, don't give it. Just be there if you want to talk, if you want to, let off some steam. Just allow the person to do that. Because it is not an easy thing to navigate. Especially when you're a public figure. So, for any clients that I've had that are public figures, you guys know who you are. Don't worry about any of these things going on. Don't worry about who's saying what blog is writing about this or that. Don't even worry about that. Take care of your mental health, your significant other's mental health, the other party in this. And if you have children, they are definitely a priority as well. All right, you guys. Like, share, subscribe to this podcast. Share it with someone who you think would appreciate it, enjoy it, be entertained by it, because we do entertain over here as well. Connect with me over on Instagram at Onyx Queen Media, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye. Online savings simplified. Don't search for coupon codes ever again. With one click, Honey's smart shopping assistant will automatically apply discounts to your cart in seconds. Save on all your favorite things. Easily pay less for products you're already buying online. It's as easy as 1, 2, 3. Join Honey for free. It takes 2 clicks to add Honey to your Chrome, Safari, Firefox, or Opera browser. Find savings in seconds. While you shop, Honey will find working promo codes across the entire internet, and you save instantly. With one click, Honey will apply the best deals to your cart. It's that easy. So what are you waiting for? Get Honey. Download it today. Visit our link, www.tinyurl.com/ONYXHONEY. That's www.tinyurl.com/Onyx Honey. Start saving right now.